Okay, hi everyone, Daryl here. I'm just going to do this video for our YouTube playlist on Ask Us Anything, and actually it's quite important topic. It's quite an important topic. So we have a lot of buyers who are asking us like where to do research and everything. And one buyer actually, uh, well, this is his exact question, but I guess everyone is asking about the same thing. And he's asking, are there online property portals in Bangkok? So the simple answer to that is that yes, there are online property portals in Bangkok. Bangkok property market is actually rather mature as compared to its neighboring countries. Uh, there's actually portals for agents to list their listings, so for sale or for rent. And the property portals are actually ddproperty.com and hitflat.com. And one thing to know is that the real estate market in Bangkok is not very regulated. And why I say this is because if you're coming from places like Hong Kong or Singapore, then you may be very used to the fact that the information placed online uh, has a very high duty of care to the people who are reading it. And this is not very prevalent in the Bangkok property market. And I guess eventually, as time goes by, the real estate market in Bangkok will get more and more regulated. And one of the main reasons I say this is that because there are many dummy listings that are listed on these property portals. So I'll give you an example. So if let's say you're in the market for a property. Okay, I am in the market for a property in, let's say, Plonchit. So I want to perhaps sell off my property in Asok, close to Asok BTS, and then I want to buy a property in Plonchit. So I was actually surfing the property portals ddproperty.com and hitflat.com. And what I came across was that there were many property agents who were listing property prices in Plonchit for ridiculously low prices. So there are prices that if uh, if it were true, right, it would be an absolute steal in this market. So I called the agent, and then the agent actually told me, yeah, you can definitely see units in this development, but the unit that you saw online, I just sold it. That's what the agent told me. Okay, so I asked him, when do you sell it? He said, oh, a couple of hours ago, someone actually placed an offer on the property. Like, so coincidental, you know. Then he told me, but I have other listings in this development. Would you like to view them? So one thing to take note is that property agents, right, are always looking for buyers or tenants. They want the pool of clients to all come to them so that they can transact deals. Okay, and uh, the property agents, if let's say the real estate market is not very regulated, then they will start placing up fake listings or what we call dummy listings on these property portals. So you must be discerning enough when surfing these online portals. Generally, what you can say is that if let's say the property market, the property portal shows that maybe a one bedroom in the area rental is about, let's say, 25,000 Thai baht, then suddenly you see like a few listings, right, maybe two or three, right, that show up as maybe 15,000 Thai baht per month. Then that's not indicative of the market. This agent is most probably, or these agents are most probably trying to capture as many tenants as possible so that they can serve these tenants. Okay, so tenants are drawn to uh, units with very low rent, especially if it's in a very luxurious condominium. Then they say, oh, I could never afford this condominium. But when they go onto the online portals, they see, hey, maybe I could, because there are these listings that are extremely cheap. So they actually call the agents, and then the agents actually get to serve these clients. The same thing for buyers. So buyers are generally, you want to buy as cheap as possible. So what they'll do is that they'll call the advertisement on this online portal, and then when they realize that maybe these listings are not around, but their contact number is already with the agent. So that's how the real estate market in Bangkok is. But generally, if you see like 60 or 70% of the uh, rental prices or sale prices around there, right, then you should be pretty safe already. So let's go through the portal. So this is actually DD Property, okay? So this is actually in Thai. So when you go into DD Property, it sets out in Thai. You can actually change it to English. Okay, then you can enter the area or the district or BTS station. So let's say we are looking at, okay, let's look at Payatai. Because is separated. Yes, okay, so Payatai BTS station. So when I click Payatai BTS station, then all the Payatai BTS station for sale units come out. I've got to actually change it down to condominium. Okay, so yeah, so you can see and this is actually Ratatouille, which is like maybe one station away. Yeah, I mean one BTS. It is one BTS station away. So then these are like Petbury Road, Pai Tai, or here. So you can see the prices, right? Like two bedder is about 12 million plus, 12.3. Three bedder is about 20 million. One bedder is about 6.9. Super light elite. This is actually next to XT Pai Tai. Okay, so you see one bedder is about 6.7 million. So it's about there. So once in a while, right, maybe you may see someone who advertised like 4 million, then you know that is not really right. And you can see the price per square meter as well. Okay. So you can see the price per square meter, and then you can gauge, right, this area is how much. Okay, so well, let's go back and we take a look at Payatai rental. Oh, sorry. So for rent, let's go to Payatai BTS station. So you can see like for rent. Okay, I don't know why they still buy. Okay, so you can see for rent, these are rental prices. So like a one bedder at Payatai, right, is about 27,000. So it's about 25 odd plus minus about there. So once in a while you see something like really low. It could be that the listing is not even in that location. Yeah, they just put it there for no idea why also. Yeah, they just want their listing to get as much exposure as possible. So yeah, sometimes they put listings that not really related to the search function. Then yeah, so that's one of the reasons why you get like wrong information as well. So you got to be more discerning, and then you can see like uh, units on sale, units on rent. Then you can get a gauge of like how much you can actually rent your unit out if you purchase at that price. Then you can calculate your yield. Okay, so this is actually hit flat. So same thing. Okay, let's say look for the. So this is actually a condo that I'm looking for. And let's go for Thai baht. So it's for Thai baht. You can see the price trend as well. So you can see the one bedders, they are like 14, 12 million. There's 18 million Thai one bedder, 14 million. You can sort. Yeah, you can sort by price. So the one bedder for like 8 million plus may or may not be there, but well, yeah, you got to be a bit more discerning. So when you take a look, the images and stuff, right, like some of them they also use wrong images. It's quite frustrating, but yeah, that's the property market. But if you're asking me, right, is there like a property portal for agents to advertise your units for sale or rent, right? Then yes, definitely, because these property portals, right, they exist for a reason. They exist to create transactions, and if they didn't create transactions, right, um, then I guess their existence isn't uh, well, isn't supposed to be there in the first place. So if you're asking me whether the property market in Bangkok is well and alive, because there are property portals, then yes, a lot of people actually do go online, and then after that they search for units on sale or for rent, and then after that deals do get transacted. Okay, so if let's say you purchase a property, then you want to know how much can it rent for, how much can it sell for, then these are the property portals to go to. And for us, right, like our colleagues, when you purchase the property through us, then we will list the property up on online portals, right? Then generally we'll list the property up on like Hit Flat and DD Property. Yeah, so that's all for this video, and I hope it's been useful for you, and I'll see you at the next video. Okay, see ya.